Whispering rain awoke me, the curtains drifting slowly. The hint of dusk and twilight, gray sky, daylight folding. Next to a lover, recovering from a hangover slumber. Twisting the sheets around my legs, slipping deep in the covers. Reached over, felt nothing, sat up contemplating his leaving. Called out his name and heard nothing but the sound of my breathing. Feet swinging on the floor, shuffling sleepy on the slippery wood tiles. Today the hall is feeling like it's miles to go. Splash water on my face, handle business, not in that order. Head to the kitchen, get a cup of Java. Grab the remote, flick on the coffee machine. Flop in the lazy boy, easy chair, sighing, feet up on the table. Pressing buttons, no cable, stand up, smacking the TV. Throw the remote across the room and start cursing, I'm heated. Pick up the cordless phone, what the dial tone's missing, and it's fully charged. Headed back in the kitchen, thinking maybe I blew a fuse. Try to switch on the lights and get nothing but confused. Coffee still cold, open fridge, dark as hell, freezer dripping, no electricity far as I can tell. I'm straight bitching now, complaining out loud. Throw on a sweater and slippers, thinking I'm about to go out on a super tripping. Stepped out on my door, locked it, put the key in my pocket, and took the stairs, a flight headed to his ground floor apartment. I must have knocked for 5 minutes, ringing bells, banging, calling, tapping, peeping through the mail slot. This nigga, as much rent as I'm paying, it's always something broken. I'm thinking of rent striking when the front door blows open. That's strange, all the tenants always lock it. Looked over, walked up to it, closed it, it just opened again. I let it swing, it's strange, peeped out into the street. Silence was deafening, never heard nothing quieter, except for nothing. No one's out, lights are non-existent, and I mean no sound, no sirens, no laughter, no crying, unhappy children, no one walking, no one standing, no one fighting, no one driving, just water falling. Just me calling out into the dead and air, panicking, getting no response, trembling, tripping down the stoop, searching the block, kicking doors. I started running.
As the night is leaving, silently retreating down an empty hall.
For press use only, Babygrande Records.
Ran for blocks, stopped for nothing. There was nothing to stop for. Throat getting raw from screaming, crying, pleading, hoping just to see something, anything moving. I'm breathing like the air was made of knives, choking, falling, scraping up my knees. Body shaking like rustling leaves, up chucking and dry heaving, pushing random doors open, running down in subway station, seeing scattered cards and tokens, purses and bags laying, drinks and trinkets scattered. No sign of blood splattered. What the happened? There's no sign of a struggle, just vanished everyone. Please God, let me be dreaming. Ran back upstairs, tried every phone dead, every building nothing, every store empty. Getting darker now, collapse hysterical, beating my head against the pavement just to test my consciousness, and lost it. Woke up in pure darkness, thinking it was over. Under a blanket of stars, the rain beating heavy, head bloody. God kill me, cause you sure don't love me. Got up and stumbled to a bus stop, sat on a bench, looked at my hands bleeding, face streaked with dirt and tears streaming down, never slowing, rocking back and forth, wailing into the sky, praying for it just to end. Why would you leave me like this? What have I done wrong? Was it loss of faith? Maybe I'm in hell, just tell me something. Am I going insane? I wanna wake up, please say it's not the worst nightmare ever. And if it's not, end it now and just take me up. I'd rather see a tunnel in the light. Wake me up, don't leave me in the darkest night ever. Hunger escapes me, sat for no, didn't even measure time, just started walking and the darkness chased me. The cold air raped me, I let my body go numb, float wherever the wind takes me, waiting for the end to come. And as she waited for the opposite of the beginning, 1,000,001 thoughts spun in her head. Was this death? Was she awake? Had the rest of life been a dream and this was the reality? She ran until her legs stopped working and her sweat dripped red. There was still nothing, a flash of light and a silence softer than silence, and then a darkness blacker than blackness, and then she was still, and then she was still. Whispering rain awoke me, the curtains drifting slowly. The hint of dusk and twilight, gray sky, daylight folding. Next to a lover, recovering from hangover slumber. Twisting the sheets around my legs, slipping deep in the covers. Reached over, felt nothing but a sense of repetition. Called out his name and heard nothing. Headed to the kitchen, shuffling sleepy on the slippery tiles. Today the hallway seems to go on for miles. Flick on the coffee machine, flopping a lazy boy, easy chair sighing. Kick my feet up on the table, pushing remote buttons, getting nothing. Stood up suddenly, panicking, frantic. Ran to the phone and checked it dead. Hitting the light, started crying. Bolted out the door into the pouring rain. Started running, once again the sound of nothing ringing in my ears like it's 100 church bells at once. Body turning numb again, worse than deja vu. It's darker, it's colder than the reverse of fire. I feel like imploding, 6-shot bullet loading. Thinking now, tearing down the blocks, looking for gun stores. Anything to blow my brains out, hoping lightning hits me from a heavy rain cloud. I cry a million rivers, screaming for deliverance. An end tonight in suffering, can't speak, my soul shivers. And she ran until her legs stopped working, and there was still nothing. And then a flash, and then she was still.